Hi guys, Paul here, Paul Phillips Fix. Thanks for tuning in. Before I start, what I'm going to do today, I got a BMW K1200R Sport. I'm going to be putting a booster plug in there, but before I get into that, I just want to say something. This channel is not sponsored by anybody, so I pay for all the equipment. Wendy's been a great supporter of the channel. We could greatly appreciate your support if you would either buy from the links in the video description. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so a small portion goes to the channel at no added cost to you. It's just tools that I like and supplies that I like that I've been using for years that I've had good luck with. The other thing, if you give a like and subscribe, it shows YouTube somebody's watching. There's an algorithm. If you don't get a lot of views and likes and subscribes, you just get buried and the big channels take over. So enough with that. Good morning. So, all right. These bikes had strict emissions controls, all vehicles now. I'm sorry about the dogs. Because the emissions controls, the engines run very lean. This is a high compression engine. It runs a 13-to-1 compression. A lot of Ferraris and Lamborghinis don't even have that high a compression ratio. So being lean makes the combustion chamber temperatures hotter. The bike doesn't run as smooth. So I have what's called a booster plug. It's kind of does in a way similar to what a power commander does, is it alters the fuel air mixture. On the bike you have an air intake temperature sensor that gauges the temperature of the air, so the computer can calibrate the density, because the density of the air will change by temperature. It's more dense when it's cold and thinner when it's hot. So this booster plug tells the computer that the air is colder than it is, therefore causing the bike to enrich in the fuel mixture under idle and under hard acceleration and heavy loads. So I should see an increase in power and performance and better idling running characteristics without major decreases in my mileage and economic performances. All right, so to get to the plug for the air intake temperature sensor, I believe I have to get down in here under the airbox, and the only way to do that is to remove the tank. There are 4 T30 bolts on each side that need to be removed after you get the side panels off. I got a video, I'll post the title of it, about removing the side panels. And then there's 2 T40s here that the seat hook up to. So I've loosened them already yesterday. I was not feeling good. I was in a lot of pain. So I did not do much. But we're still in pain, but this bike's got to get done. I want to ride. The weather's been beautiful. I'm missing it. So, now where the hell did my T40 go? There it is. I got a magnetic screwdriver because I don't want to lose these body clips that are on here. These are the ones I got to take my time with. The other ones over here, I don't want to lose these body clips. This looks like it's tapped into the frame. They might have like nut inserts on the frame. Keep track of which bolts are longer. These look like they had Loctite on them originally, so we're going to Loctite those back in. Looks like they used red thread locker, but that came off easier than something that was red thread locked. I might do this by hand. I don't like the way this is pulling them out. It's wobbling. So those two are the same size. I'm going to pull these other ones by hand, because I do not want to lose those little body clip retainers that could wind up down in the engine some damn place, and we don't want that. Just keeping a magnet here just in case. Yeah, see, these have blue thread locker on them. Right, those clips look like they're going to stay. Just want to see if these bolts are the same. Screws. Yeah, the body ones are longer. The body ones are red. The other one's got blue thread locker on them. Just make note of that to yourself. Look at that. The tank is getting eager to come off already. I'm going to take those off last. I'm going to take the body ones off first. There's a clip, there should be a clip down here where the fuel line connects. Be delicate with that. That's fragile. You do not want to break that. I'm going to get this USB cable out of here. I got a Type-C USB cable running through here from my phone or a camera, whatever you want to use it on, but they didn't do great placements with this charger position. I bought another charger. I'm hoping it's lower profile in this one, but I used a 90-degree Type-C USB, because with a regular one my leg kept hitting it and knocking the charger out. So I got another charger on the way. I'm hoping it sticks out half as far as this one or less. I'm just doing them by hand. Just making sure that body clip's not going to go anywhere. So the shorter bolts or screws, fasteners we'll call them, go on the front. So I may put the baby crying sound on again, but it took me over like 40 minutes just to get set up for filming before even coming out to do 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts. Kind of a pain in the ass, but if I can help somebody, I'm glad to do that, and it makes me happy. I've had people thank me in the comments, and that makes my day. People have helped me with YouTube videos. I'll look at things sometimes myself. Be careful though, not everybody posting stuff on YouTube is posting correct information. There's a lot of bad information on YouTube as well. It's like the internet. Some people think if it's on the internet, it's fact. That's not always the case. I'm not having sexual fantasies or anything. I'm vaping. That was the noise you heard. I hope I don't have too much gas in here. I got a little gas in here. clip is to the front. Can I come out any further than that? No, they didn't give me much line. Well, that bracket just lays in there. That's not even connected. That's just a rubber thingamajig. Nice yellow jackets now. We don't need those around while we're working. I don't know if you guys can see here. Depress that spring and that line comes off. And then gas dumps out. I'm glad I didn't have a full tank. I'm gonna have to put that back on there for a second because I gotta see if that plug has a thing to depress. Let me get my flashlight. I'm gonna go get a plier. Might help me depress that little tab there. I've got fat fingers and I'm old. I don't have the hand strength that I used to have. So I have a hard time sometimes depressing those little tabs on these plugs. I've got hose pliers that come in handy for this. Right here. They kind of reach around the plug and depress it. I'm going to bring two pairs out with me, whichever one fits in there better. Got to be careful, don't go overboard squeezing it with the pliers, you can break the plug. I didn't do that, but a friend of mine did. I showed him this little trick and he destroyed his plug. That was Frankie Fish Sticks that used to be on the channel. He's dead now. Liver cancer. Liver and pancreas cancer. What a horrible way to fucking die that was. Try going around the other side and see if I can get it from there. I'm gonna get Wendy to help me hold the tank. Wendy? It is funny, right? Yeah, it is. It sounds like a 17-year-old.
Bubblegum music.
This does depress. Depressing it and it's not coming out. Maybe I can lift it.
Just let me know if you need me to move it up.
I will. I gotta lift that. Small plugs, I don't want to damage them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the boot of the plug? Here we go. Fucking crazy fucking pain in the ass plug. Let me show the people how to do it. Okay. The plug on the right side. This one here. I hope you can see this on the camera. So you have to lift the center a little bit. There's a little tit on the plug itself, which is small. So I lifted a little and pushed it with the screwdriver and got it to move. And that one came out. It looks like the other one is the same type of plug. So lift that little tab and try to get your plug out. Be careful, you don't lift it too much. You do not want to crack. Let me see if I can get this hose off of here. Vent hose out of the way. Makes it a little easier. They don't give you much to grab on, man. Really don't give you much to grab on at all. I don't want to pry that too far and crack the retainer. I'm going to try to get on there with my freaky pliers here. There we go. I just want to make sure that these plugs cannot be put in the wrong way. One is bigger than the other, right? Yes, one is bigger. One is a 4-prong, one is a 3-prong. I got one more hose to get rid of here. All right, you can lay that down now. Thank you, Mimi. I needed you to balance that for me, you know? All right, I need a piece of tape, just right top hose or top tank. A piece of that white adhesive tape, okay, so I can mark this hose. I should know it's the longer hose, but I like to mark them that way. I don't have to think when I put it back together.
Put on top.
Top tank.
Top tank.
Tank top, whatever.
Okay.
Usually try to get these going with a screwdriver because you don't want to break the tit off if the hose is really stuck on there. That is not a good scene. I think this is some kind of a breather or something. I'm going to get this tank out of the way, and then we're going to see if we can even get to the plug that we're looking for. All of this has absolutely nothing to do with the fuel pump. I mean the fuel tank. I'm going to put some dielectric grease on those plugs. So, that's nice. My microphone just got jacked. I'm going to put some dielectric grease on those plugs so they don't get frozen on there, corroded, or stuck. Looks like they got a little grease on them before. So it's a good idea to put some dielectric grease on your plugs, guys. It keeps the moisture out, and it keeps them from getting seized on there. Sorry about the dogs. I love them, but they're pains in the ass sometimes. They're still puppies. I let them be dogs. That's what they are. Some people are way too expectant of their animals. They are living things, you know. They do have free thinking. Look at the little baby alternator. So this is how you change the alternator. I'm probably going to blow this all out in here. I'll cover the fuel line because I don't want any shit getting in that. Alright, there, my friends, I believe is the air intake temperature sensor that I was looking for. It's got a metal clip on it. You probably have to slide back. So I just want to show you guys the position of this. All right, looking at the tank. Got top hose 4, I believe it is. Top 4. The plug right to the right of that. is the air intake temperature sensor. That's the one that we're going to disconnect and plug the booster plug into. Then I have to run the booster plug around to where I can put it inside the air box. I'm going to have to drill into the air box for that. Now I got to make sure I have room to where I'm not going to interfere with any of the body panels that go on. Some people said up towards the steering head. I don't see how I can get in there and drill that. I could remove the snorkel and see if I could tap it somewhere up higher. Could go right in here. That might be a good spot. Or on the side here. I think I'm going to go on the side here. That way I can get a vacuum cleaner and make sure that no debris winds up in my air box or in the snorkels. I could take the air filter housing assembly off and put a vacuum cleaner running right behind where I'm drilling. That way if any debris goes into the air box, it'll get sucked right into the vacuum cleaner. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to go get a little cellophane to cover the fuel line here and the tank outlet where that goes. Oh, when you assemble this, guys, put a little silicone grease on your O-ring. You don't want to put them in dry, and you don't want to use petroleum-based solvents. Always go with silicone grease. It's a safe alternative. It's not going to damage any type of rubber O-rings. Some rubber O-rings can deal with petroleum-based stuff. Some of them can't. I don't know what type of O-ring that is. It's dealing with gasoline, which is petroleum-based, but who knows? Maybe an oil can be detrimental to it. So, go. This is an appendix to the clip that I just did on the Hero 10. I didn't know if you guys could hear me on this. I didn't know if this camera was running, so I'm going to show you with this camera where that air intake temperature sensor is. So it sits right there. You got top four top hose right here. This plug right there. That's the air intake temperature sensor. We're going to disconnect that, and the booster plug will go to that. I think I'm going to run around over to here and put it in the box on this side. I don't want to drill in there low or anything. I know I have vacant spots over here, and I can remove the air filter assembly and put a vacuum in there. I'll have Wendy hold the vacuum cleaner running while I drill. That way no debris will get in the air box or down any of the snorkels to the air intake on the engine. You do not want plastic going into your fucking engine. That could melt, stick to a cylinder wall, crack a ring. It could really fuck a motor up, you know? So don't take any chances, guys. Be meticulous when you're working on vehicles, engines especially. Try to be surgical with your cleanliness, you know? All right? That's it. Okay, guys, this is the booster plug. You have a plug identical to this on the bike that goes from the air intake temperature sensor to the computer. Now what you're going to have to do, the plug is positioned like this. This is the front of the bike towards me. Is you're going to have to reach around. It's got a little tab that comes down. You're going to have to reach around and get in there with a little pocket screwdriver and depress this metal clip. Then you can release that plug. So now what's going to happen, this plug is going to go into the one that goes to the computer where the old air intake temperature sensor was, and this one goes to the air intake temperature sensor. Then this, I believe it's a thermistor, a temperature sensor, is going to be placed into the air box. I'll go down to my drill bit set and tell you what size bits I have out here. I have two different bits. One is slightly undersized for this. The other one is slightly oversized. I want this to fit in there tightly. I'm going to try to go with the undersized one and just slightly move the drill a little bit and wallow it out just ever so slightly, and hopefully I can fit this in there tightly and then hit it with silicone and seal it airtight. Okay, so we're gonna go over. I'm gonna plug this into the old air intake temperature sensor, and this one into the computer harness. Then we're gonna see how much wire we have and where we can place this. They give you enough wire on the booster plug to pretty much give you some choices on where you want to position this. It seems like they give you a lot of leeway. So I don't even like that I'm touching this thing. I don't want any oil on there or crap, because that'll make dirt stick to it as it's in the air box. All right, so this one is going to go up where the old plug was. We're going to plug this into that. Let me go get some dielectric grease first. I'm going to put dielectric grease on these connectors as well. Let me shut the cameras off and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, the drill bits I have are 15/64, which is a little tight, and 7/32, which is a little looser. So I got a tube of dielectric grease. I'll put a little bit of that on the plug. Alright, so our booster plug is going to go up into the original air temperature sensor. I don't want to go in here cockeyed, and this is pretty stiff. Get this down in here. I really don't want that module down near the motor, but I'm just doing that so I can go into my plug straight. Let's see if I can depress that with a screwdriver and get that up in there. Might have to get these hoses out of my way so I can move in here. You gotta be fucking shitting me. This doesn't fit. Don't tell me they gave me the wrong fucking plug. Oh, I was getting nervous. I thought they gave me the wrong model. It went in there a little tight. You got to depress that all the way. All right, I'm getting that module up and out of that engine compartment there. I don't want that down in there. It's going to get too much heat down there. We don't want that position down there. I'd rather have that cable bent with that up where it's going to get some air. I may position that up like this, up away from the engine. this around through here. I'm taking this air filter housing back off. Depress that, pull this out. Same with the bottom. Press it, pull it out. There's a grommet on the body. Make sure that you don't lose that grommet for the front. Ooh, that grommet's cracked. I gotta get a new grommet. That grommet's old and dried out. I'm gonna put it in the other way. Move that forward, get your filter forward. I got a K&N reusable air filter in here. I just did a video on servicing these. I prefer them. The easier your engine breathes, the better the performance, and it's been proven that K&N filters breathe better. They've done airflow tests on them. All right, I'm just taking a peek in the air box here. I want to see where I want to position this. I got to be mindful that my air filter is going to be going in there too. Oh no, it's not. It goes in the other way. It's in the cone. So anywhere in there would be good. Those cones are not positioned on the same angle. That's weird. This one cone is more upright. Interesting. The trumpets are different on different angles. I could go in here from the back, but then I'm going to have the gas tank there. Is that going to crush the wire too much? Could go right in there. Okay guys, Wendy came to save the day again. She's gonna be my helper. She's gonna hold that vacuum while I drill through here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go with the small bit first, and I'm gonna go right below, right in front of the numbers, a little bit below it. So here comes the noise. Lower your volume. Right there. Thank you. Let me see if this fits. You can shut the vacuum off. Wendy uses the vacuum a lot. Can you figure out who does a fucking vacuuming around here? All right, we're gonna have to go again. It's a little too tight. Okay. I'm gonna try wallowing that out just a tiny bit. Right where that hole is, yep. No, I gotta go with the larger bit. I gotta go with the next size drill bit. Not working. That's even tight. You gotta wallow that out a little bit. You can leave it running. Perfect. Perfect. No shit went in there, right? Perfect, thank you. Actually, the larger bit was perfect. It was a little tight, and I actually had to wallow that out ever so slightly, but that fits in there real tight, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it slopping around in there.
You done with this bit?
Yes. That's where that's going to be, right there. We're going to silicone that right there. I think I'm going to go up and around the back of this bracket here. I'm going to clean this off with alcohol. I want this really clean because I don't want any crud sticking to it. We're going to reroute that back around that way. gonna wipe that off with an alcohol wipe, clean it. Then we're gonna do a little dab of silicone on it. So that's it, guys. The rest is assembly. That's how you put a booster plug in. After I get the bike back together, I'll run it. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll do like an appendix to this video. I'll do another video explaining if I have in fact seen improvements with low idle performance and upon acceleration and power. What I'm doing on the bike now, not today because I'm all broken and a lot of pain, is I have to do spark plugs. Because I'm doing the plugs, I had to drain the cooling system, which is good. I like to drain my cooling systems every 3 years. They say 100,000 mile on the antifreeze. Bullshit, I don't do that. 3 years on the antifreeze, max 3 years on my brakes to flush the system. I'm going to be using a purge system for the coolant system. You hook it up, you use compressed air, which a Venturi effect causes a vacuum and puts the whole system under vacuum. So when you do introduce coolant to it, you crack a valve and it'll suck the coolant back in the system. There is no air pockets to worry about, no bleeding to worry about. So I'm going to do a video on the plugs and the removal of the radiator to do that. And I guess in these videos I'll put titles to the other videos about removing the body panels, and then in the end I'll make a video of me assembling everything, and hopefully it'll be a quicker video instead of these long drawn out things. But some people like the videos this way where they can actually see everything that was done. Other people have the attention span of a flea and they want 2-minute videos. So if you don't have time for me, hey, get the fuck out of here. Go to another channel. But I try to help people, man. I try to show them what to do. And this was done clean. And hopefully it's worth it, because it was a pain in the ass. So, all right, guys, that's it. Again, please use those links. If you're going to buy any of those items, use the links. It doesn't cost you any more, and you'd support the channel. And please give a like and subscribe. You guys stay safe out there. Take good care of your motorcycles, or take good care of you. Take good care of your families and the ones you love. And take good care of yourselves. And be kind to nature, man. We got to take good care of this world. Nurture all living things. So, see you again. Stay safe. Ride. Be happy. Bye-bye. GoPro, stop recording. I can't speak fucking English anymore. GoPro, stop recording.